And we are live on our first edition of Wits and Wagers in 2022. Couple comments coming in right out of the gate. Ricky's saying, nice early show, I see. What's up, Ricky? Happy New Year, Ricky.
Ricky, happy New Year. All you at Ricky and everybody at Pipe Bomb Radio. Check Ricky out. Good stuff.
I want to get to Henry's comments before I do our introductions, though.
How you doing, Henry?
Henry's going. So Antonio Brown was finally released from the Bucs, but I heard it was that the NFLPA could start an investigation over not playing with an injury. It's not like AB faked the injury. He had it. But what the hell was Arians thinking? We got to get into that because there's text messages, both people relying on text messages. So we'll get into that in a second. But I want to start off with this. Joey Clams, how's your back feel?
Good. Why?
You sure your back's okay?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought you and the Cincinnati guys were on your backs a lot against Alabama, the defensive linemen. You sure you're okay?
What do I have to do with Cincinnati?
Well, I'm just saying, you and your Cincinnati guys.
They won every week.
You guys gave up 300 yards. I want to make sure you're okay.
Save that for the Buffalo Wild Wings with the fantasy football crowd. There's my receiver. That's my running back. You lost every game. Every week you went against Cincinnati.
You know which one I didn't lose, Joe? I didn't lose Bama minus 14. I know that one.
Every week you lost. That's all. Every week you lost.
No, but what's going on, Joe? How are you?
Good.
Everything's good.
Buffalo Wild Wings are waiting for you in the corner with a 7-up.
Mr. Carson Shear, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Kurt? Appreciate you guys all having me on as always. First show in 2022 with you guys. Hopefully everybody had a happy New Year and ready to go.
By the way, Ricky's saying and talking about Henry, Kenny, Ricky's saying, oh, there's a ton more than that. Apparently there's news about happenings the night before that game. So there's a lot going on with that Antonio Brown. Mr. Kirkpatrick, how are you?
Good. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope they had a nice, safe, and healthy New Year. Let's change things and have a nice 2022. Let's end 2021. That's over with. Here's for 2022. Let's go.
And Mr. Siciliano, a couple nights away from another national championship game. How are you, Mr. Sis?
I am great, number one. And number two, bring on Georgia.
There we go. So, Mr. Kirkpatrick, you're running the agenda. Whatever's on your little... Is that an orange shirt today, by the way?
It's an orange shirt.
Attaboy.
It's an orange Knicks shirt.
Oh, Knicks.
I don't want to say Mets. I don't want to say,
That's fine.
Broncos.
We can go Knicks. We got a big game tonight, by the way, the Knicks. We got a big game versus Boston tonight. All right, Kenny, so you take it. You got it, whatever you want to roll with.
Well, we just talked 2 minutes before the show, and we mentioned it. Let's get into Antonio Brown real quick. A few minutes of Antonio Brown talk, and then we'll do our college football national championship and bowl game review, and then we'll do some NFL playoff picture scenarios here. So, Kurt, talk to us about Antonio Brown, what happened on Sunday, and what's going on going forward.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, everyone saw it looked like he just quit on the spot. But like Ricky's saying and Henry's saying, there's a lot more to it. They're saying now, there was a conversation. Again, I don't know how much you could trust Antonio Brown, but there was a conversation via text. Arians saying to him, hey, get ready to go. We need you tomorrow. We're not resting. And he said, I'm going to try to go. I'm going to give you everything I got, but the ankle's really bad. Now, Arians just came out tonight, said, what his side of the story is that Antonio Brown came on the sideline that day and said, what the F? I'm not getting the ball. What's going on? Why am I not getting the ball? And then Arians said, you're effing done, and threw him out. So who the hell knows what's going on? I saw rumors saying that they injected him with this stuff, that, they gave him a shot that he shouldn't be getting. So I don't know. Joe, what's your opinion on this?
It's a mess. Number one, Arians never liked him. He didn't want him on the team. Brady said, when Brady got there, Brady wanted to, bring his toys. He wanted to pick his team like he did. And I don't think Arians and Brady get along either too good, because Arians wants to run the team, and Brady comes in and he brings a lot of clout with him. Same thing when New England, when O'Brien was the OC at the time, they banged heads, but he did get shot up with some fluids, some medicines, the goofball medicine to make him numb him out. But he did have an injury before the game. It was listed that he was questionable with the ankle injury. So, it was both sides of the stories, but he does have a bad track record. So right away, everybody's going to think, oh, he's the wrong guy. He's the bad guy. Sometimes certain situations, you're not wrong. Maybe you were wrong all the other times. Maybe this time's not. But the way he acted on the field, it was uncalled for. And I think he's going to get another job one time. There'll be a desperate team that'll take him next year.
Carson, what about you?
Yeah, just very unusual. My friends texted me and they said, yeah, Antonio Brown just left in the middle of the game. And I'm thinking, here we go, another Vontae Davis situation. But this is a full-on taking off everything, threw off the pads, the gloves, and just walked off the field in the middle of the game while the Bucs offense was on the field driving at that time. Just very unusual. Obviously, we don't know the whole side of his story, and you don't know what to believe. But I'm sure there's going to be more details that come out in the next coming weeks or so. But yeah, I don't think this is the end of Antonio Brown. I think he'll be playing football again, probably next season somewhere.
Sis?
I agree. Carson nailed it. There's more to this story than we know, and I agree with him. Antonio Brown will be playing somewhere next year.
I agree. And Ken, you want to finish that off?
I think I'm going to be the disagreeer here, devil's advocate. Okay? Yeah, this is like Clams said, the boy who cried wolf. This, always problems. And maybe this time he's telling the truth. But why act like a hot dog? Take off all your clothes, take off your uniform on the sideline and go to the fans and start raising your hand up in the air instead of just walking off quietly. Why are you making a big scene going off the field? He didn't look like he was limping off the field. I know he's had that ankle injury, but he looked pretty fine going off the field, in my opinion. So I'm going to disagree and say nobody takes a chance on this guy next year, and he's done.
He is getting surgery on that ankle.
So he's out for the year, Joe? He's done for this year? Or
yeah,
no?
He's done. No, they cut him.
No, but I'm saying, can he come back, or he's getting surgery now and that's it?
He's going to get surgery. He went to go see the best doctor in the country, and the place where is it? Bones for Joint Diseases, and he says he's getting the surgery. He had fragments, bone chips, ligament tear. He had all of that, and they should have sat him out anyway. But you know what it is? Here's the problem: you promise these guys money if you get a bonus, if you get even in all the sports, if you get a certain amount of at bats, you get a certain amount of hits, you get so many. That at the end of the day, that's going to cause problems. That's going to cause problems. So
you know what though? The only thing I will say is about this is, he was very close to getting that bonus money, and he walked off the field like that. I just didn't like if I was an owner of a team and I saw you quit the team, you want to say quit the team, but you decided to take your pads off and this and that, do it in the locker room. Don't do it in front of 50,000 people and hundreds of thousands of people watching at home. You made a big circus of it when you could have done it in the locker room.
Under that contract, he's still going to get that money. Trust me.
The bonus money I'm talking about, like if he would have gotten an extra $1 million or $2 million in incentives with some more yards.
Getting the money.
And Kenny, he was told on the sideline that he's done. You're cut. You're right on the sideline. He told him, so he wasn't part of the team anymore. Arians told him you're gone. That's it.
I get it. I'm just gonna
listen. Nobody when you need a wide receiver next year for a 1-year contract, and you know what might help out your quarterback or your offense, you'll hold your nose for a year, or 4 or 5 games.
we all get on, Odell Beckham for being a hot dog, this and that, and we got to get on Antonio Brown. That's how I look at it. So that's my take on it. But you guys, we'll see what happens. We'll see if somebody signs him next year or not. And we'll go from there.
Ricky's saying he doesn't get the money in Florida. That money isn't guaranteed if you're fired or released.
Ooh.
So
interesting. All right, you want to get into the college football playoff review. I'm going to do one game on the undercard first. I want Carson to review his Michigan State Spartans. Congratulations on the Peach Bowl victory there, Carson, over the Pittsburgh Panthers. I want to give Carson the floor for a minute or two on his Michigan State Spartans winning a big bowl game this year.
Yeah, obviously a huge win for Mel Tucker. I think it's the 5th time ever in MSU history to have an 11-win season. So that was a huge game for us. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, we did it in grand fashion with Cal Halliday with the pick 6. That was awesome to see. I was actually streaming at the time, so I was watching on the side, and I was freaking out during my broadcast. So that was fun. But yeah, it was a great game, great win for us. And it would have been really embarrassing. They were down to their 3rd string quarterback, guys. Obviously Kenny Pickett didn't play, and then their 2nd stringer got injured on a touchdown, and they pulled in their 3rd string quarterback, and we almost lost that game. So it wasn't a pretty win, but we'll take it. And obviously it's a huge win for our program going forward.
Awesome. Anybody else want to add anything to Michigan State? Sis, Clams, Kurt?
No, just if you want to ask me about the whole college bowl, that I think college football is broken. Besides the championship and the playoff rounds, that number one, they still got to add a couple more teams into there. But besides that, all these other bowl games, I mean, you don't know who's playing the day before, who's opting out, who's not playing, what team is not showing up. I mean, it was an embarrassment.
Joe, we talked about it last night, though. But you know what, Joe? The Matt Corral thing. Listen, that just show. Don't play. We talked about it last night. That kid. Listen, if he does get lucky and he gets a little injury from that, but I mean, that guy's career could have flashed in his eyes in a meaningless bowl game. I mean,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. So then, but let me take it another way now. Let's take it from the market, from the gambling part of it. You're laying 7 points with a team, and all of a sudden, now the other team, you're taking 7. Now your guy's not there. The line's moving 7 points this way. Gambling's involved now because they make it public. They put it. There's commercials all over the place. People, it's always been there, but now that you made it public and you made it legal, you know what I'm saying? There's got to. I mean, it's a shame what's going on. You're getting games that it's horrible. Look at last night.
Oh, the LSU Kansas State game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They have 30 players, 32 players, or something like that. Dressed. It's crazy. But you know what?
But you know what? I understand what the players are doing. But now the coaches are opting out right away.
Yeah.
Listen, that's why you gotta make it. I would like to make it a 12-team playoff system, and give the first 4 teams the bye or something like that. Give more teams more of incentive, so at least you get some more better games. You get games that mean something. And hats off to the Rose Bowl. Great Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
I love the Rose Bowl.
I just want to ask Carson one more quick hitter type question.
Yeah.
Do you think with this performance now this year, Michigan State, Mel Tucker, do you think Michigan State's now more like, I guess the right word to want to use it, are they going to be more like a twin brother to Michigan, or are they still the little brother to Michigan?
It's really hard to say because, we had an outstanding running back, Kenneth Walker, had an unbelievable season. And then we're losing Jalen Naylor, one of our best receivers, too. So next year is really going to be interesting. I think we really got to tackle our defense because our defense was terrible this year. It was mostly just offense. But if he can continue his success, especially next year, now that our two of our best players are gone, I think he's heading in the right direction, but I think if it isn't Mel Tucker, I don't know who it is. So I think we got our guy.
Okay.
By the way, Marty, our good friend Marty from Intercept Your Lunch is saying, "Sis, did you still walk to Maryland barefoot for fun? # Roll Tide."
Exactly.
All right,
I don't have to do that now, do I?
What's up, Marty? Intercept Your Lunch. Happy New Year to you and everybody over there at Intercept Your Lunch podcast. Kurt, I'm going to go to you on this game in a minute or less. Review the Michigan-Georgia game, and then what Georgia has to do to beat Alabama in the championship game.
You know what? I I was a little shocked. Again, we joke around, but I wasn't shocked at all by that first game. We knew that game was going to be a blowout and never competitive. But the second game, like Georgia showed why they may still be the best team in the country. And you know what? Alabama, we'll get to our picks in a couple minutes, but you know what? Georgia did what Georgia, hey, Georgia, again, same thing. Smash mouth, ran right down Michigan's throat. Michigan couldn't stop it. Little play action pass here and there. And listen, when you can't stop the run, you're in trouble. I mean, we talk about all the time as coaches. If you can't stop the run, you're dead. And you know what? Michigan couldn't stop them on that first drive. Now you got to cheat up. Now you get the play action pass behind it. And Georgia's defense was the better defense. And listen, Michigan's still one of the top teams. I mean, everyone's talking about Ohio State. I mean, Michigan woodshedded Ohio State. So they're still the best team in that conference, Right. But
what would they have to do to beat Alabama? Just short version. Georgia.
Honestly, be Georgia. Like they threw the ball 48 times in the SEC championship. That's not Georgia. They can't do that. They got to run the ball and play with their defense is still the best team in the country. They were still up 10-0 in that game in the SEC championship. Now, give credit all in the world to Alabama. They came back without what's his name? Mechie. That's going to hurt though now, because now you still got one. You're Georgia secondary, right? You're not Mickey Mouse's secondary. You're Georgia secondary. You're going to have 4 studs there. So maybe you double Williams a little and you lock up on the other side and you make Alabama one-dimensional. But I think Georgia runs the ball and plays defense and listen, Georgia's not beating them 45-41. Georgia's got to win this game 23-20, stuff like that. And I think, we'll make our picks, but run the ball.
All right. I'm going to go to Sis for Alabama. His quick review on Alabama, Cincinnati, and what Alabama has to do to beat Georgia, Sis.
First of all, again, if you watch the Cincinnati-Alabama game, Kurt brought it up months ago. No business being in the bowl. That's why it'll never go to 8 or 12 team playoffs. Like Saban said, that's totally ridiculous to do that. Because when the smoke clears, you're gonna have the best 4 teams on the top. Now, again, that's just my opinion. What does Alabama have to do to beat Georgia? Nick Saban will outcoach Kirby Smart. That's what Alabama will do to beat Georgia.
Okay. So anybody else want to add anything really quick before we get into our official picks?
So if Cincinnati wasn't, you saying they weren't supposed to be there, they didn't deserve to be there this year, what team did?
There's like 6 other teams that could have been. They were 12-0. Give them credit. The game showed they had no business being. They were never in the game.
Well, but let me break down the game for you. Alabama came down right away.
They had no business being in the game.
They scored a touchdown. Cincinnati came right back, came down the field, and here's where the game changed. Here's where coaching came in. That's why the guy's the best coach. They were first and goal on the 8 or 7 yard line. He says timeout. He stopped the momentum. Boom. Cincinnati through, sack. They settled for the field goal. Game over. That was it.
Here's a question for you. How come the Cincinnati coach never got out of the 3-3 when Robinson was running the ball down their throat? How come he didn't do that?
I don't know. That's it. He got out-coached. But
No
what
kidding.
let me ask you, so what other team deserved to be there this year besides Cincinnati?
Well, here's what we're going to do. See, again, and I think
I'm just saying this year. I'm not talking about
right, but we're saying deserving. Like it can't be deserving because
So what team should have been there? Cincinnati?
Well, again, I watched Auburn play Alabama. Auburn didn't get run for over 300 yards, right? I watched Texas A&M. They didn't get run for 300.
Auburn deserved to be there?
No, they're better teams. It's not about deserving. Like it's like you guys fight the war.
6 and 7. Kurt,
but you fight the war.
You're talking about a 6 and 7
No, but hold on.
team.
It's like you guys go fight the war. I'll stay back here. 4 of you guys are going to get knocked out, and I'm still there. I'm left. No.
Butler should have never went to back-to-back Final Fours.
But I'm not talking
Because
about
they
basketball.
were
I'm
a
talking
small
about
team.
football. Right
Okay.
now,
So
you
So I'm asking you, what team deserved to be there instead of Cincinnati?
again deserved or Cincinnati
All right,
was
what
never.
team should what was? Give me the 4 teams that should have been there. Michigan. You told
Michigan, Georgia, Alabama,
Texas A&M.
Either
They
A&M,
opted out.
but they lost a lot. They lost tons of games.
but they're losing to great competition. Ohio
No,
State's
no,
better.
Florida?
Utah's
Ohio
Florida was
better.
6 and 7. Auburn 6 and 7.
You
Cincinnati
guys are wrong. I'm sorry. I don't want to get into this argument all night because we only got a half hour left.
Wait, hold on. Joey Clams, who's the better team? Michigan State at full strength or Cincinnati? Michigan State. Michigan State. Michigan State.
I would go with Cincinnati.
You know when that game was over, Joe? When they went 10 runs right in a row, they said, hey, you're not going to stop us. You have no adjustments. You don't know what to do. We're going to disrespect you right now. Boom, boom, boom. 10 runs, touchdown. Game's over.
I just said when Saban called timeout when Cincinnati.
No, it was over when they couldn't stop the
run.
When
they settled for the field goal, I just said it. I said
I'm going to bring in one.
Over.
I'm going to bring
it
in
was
one.
17-6 in the third quarter at midfield.
I want to bring in one last scenario, and then I want to move on.
They did a terrible job. The quarterback, he looks like he was seeing ghosts.
Because we got a lot of NFL to get into. But Kurt, your thing is they ran the ball for 300 yards. Well, how about the Patriots when they ran the ball over the Bills? Are the Bills garbage? They're in the playoffs. Should they not be in the playoffs?
Are the
You
Bills?
can't compare college and pro, Kenny. Can't do that.
Why not?
Well, you should compare high school and college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wait, are you
right.
First off,
you're comparing town ball to Division I.
I want to ask you a question.
No, let me answer, Kenny. You asked me a question.
I got one question.
Wait, Kenny asked me a question.
Fans, you guys are just talking from the fan crowd.
I want to end this because we need to move on. But I got one question for Kurt and Sis. Notre Dame was ranked 5. What would Alabama do to Notre Dame?
You saw what they did to them last year.
Right, you saw it. They shouldn't be in there either.
So that's who would be in over Cincinnati. That's who would be in over Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yeah. I'll say this, and here's
they're ranked 5.
Cincinnati was never
the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making.
Kenny, see, Joey Clams is covering himself, but he's doing a good job because he's saying deserving. They were never the 4th best team in the country. Ohio State's better. Michigan State's better. Baylor's better. Oklahoma State's better. Auburn,
How could you say that?
They're all better. They're all better.
We got to move on. I'm ready to move on.
Ohio State wasn't a better team this year.
We want to debate this. Let's do a special. We'll debate this. Okay. We'll do a special debate.
Looking at the jerseys. You're talking about this year.
Carson will be the judge. And Joey and Clams will be the defendants.
I won't have anything to do with that debate. You can guarantee that.
Kurt, we got Beelin, we got witnesses. We'll have everything. We'll have a court. We'll do a K&K court.
Witnesses. Okay.
K&K court.
Witnesses.
Defense gave up 50 burgers every game.
All right. Let's move on to the game now. The championship game.
Let's go.
All right. I'm going to start with Carson. Georgia favored by 3 over that Alabama team. Carson, what are we doing here? What's Vegas thinking here?
Yeah, we talked about this before the show started. I think a big reason why is Mechie is hurt, and I think another reason why is Alabama played Cincinnati and Georgia played Michigan. And I mean, again, I don't want to get into that debacle again, but Michigan was ranked higher than Cincinnati was. So I think that's a reason why. That's the only logistical thing I can think of why they're favored. I can't believe they're favored. Usually Alabama's always the go-to favorite in this one, especially Nick Saban in the national championship game. But yeah, I hate to be a hypocrite, but I'm going to go back at Sis. I wanted Cincy to beat Alabama, and you saw what happened with that. Alabama they rolled Cincinnati with no problem. Nick Saban, the national championship as an underdog, sign me up all day. Give me Alabama.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go next, and I'm all aboard. I'm all in on Alabama because you just said it. Carson giving Saban an underdog. And it's not like Stetson Bennett had a good game against Alabama. Stetson Bennett looked terrible against Alabama, just like Desmond Ridder looked terrible against Alabama's defense. And if you're going to put JT Daniels in there, you're going to have a whole new situation over there. And I'm not taking that chance with Georgia as a favorite. Yes, Georgia has an unbelievable defense, but Alabama's going to have answers for them. And I'm all in on Alabama winning the national championship. Joey Clams.
Yeah, if Alabama could protect that quarterback and that left side of the offensive line, and with the coach in charge, it's Alabama. Plus, here's the other thing: Alabama's in Georgia's head. You know, they don't beat them. They can't beat them. They might be talented. They might be the best this and that on their defense, but you know what? A lot of it's in the mind. They see the other side. They see the numbers on the side of the helmet, and they're scared. I mean, listen. I'd rather go down taking Alabama losing than me saying, "Oh, what did I do again? Why'd you take Georgia?" I'd rather go down taking Alabama, but we'll see. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's 3. I thought it'd be 1.5. Maybe pick them and see which way to go. But maybe there's people that had Georgia the last time and think that they could beat them this time. I don't know.
Right.
I'm with Alabama. I mean,
Okay.
the quarterback. Listen, the quarterback looked uncomfortable for Alabama in last week's game, but he really didn't have to do much. But they ran the ball. But if they can protect them, and you got the better coach, you got to go with coach. So you got to go with Alabama plus the points.
Absolutely. Kurt.
Sis, you're the man, right? Sis, you're the man. But I'm telling you, the thing that scares me a little bit and why I'm going to go opposite of you guys, the coaching is no, because we talked about what was the guy's name? The water boy. When, oh my God, I see Coach Klein. There's the guy. And I understand all that. But, that game was still 10-0 in that SEC. They were one series away from probably, beating Bama by 2-3 touchdowns because it was 10-0 like this. And, hey, Bama hit them twice quick. And for some reason, Georgia said, we can't play Georgia football. We're going to throw it all over the yard, which is what they cannot do. They still have one of the best running attacks in college football, and they got the best defense. And you know what? If they try to do what they did last time, they will lose. But listen, run it. Seriously, run it 49 times. Run it. Just who cares? If lower the game, make it a boring game. You got the better defense. You got the better running game. Just stick to it. And I think they're going to do it. I still trust their defense a little more. And listen, if they don't beat them this week, they will never beat them. They will never beat Saban if they don't beat them. I'm taking Georgia. Sorry, sis. I'm taking Georgia.
You're entitled to your opinion. I totally
Georgia.
disagree on one thing. Their defense isn't better than, Georgia's defense is not better than Bama's. Number 2, Saban and Joey Clams just brought up a great point. They're already in to Kirby Smart's head and the players. So I look for this type of game, not like the last time, like it was a woodshed. Again, I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Mr. Saban will outcoach Mr. Smart when all the smoke clears. That's all I'm saying.
But you know what, sis? And that's Kenny, tell me, Carson, you guys tell me if I disagree. Because disagree with me. You're right. The biggest mismatch in this game is Kirby Smart and Saban, right? So you know what? That's why I'm saying just make it easy. Just run the ball and play your defense. Don't game plan, just run the ball. That's it. Let your defense see how good they are. Can they stop Alabama? And when you're on offense, don't turn it over. Run it right at Alabama. Those are your 2 strengths.
Yeah, if they try and let Stetson Bennett win the game for them,
no,
Alabama's going to be in that kid's head, just like Alabama's in Kirby Smart's head. So I do agree with you. If they have any chance, they got to run the ball.
Uh-oh. Joey Clams, Mr. Beelan's coming at you. He's saying, holy blank, Clams. Oh, wait, holy blank. Clams showed his face. Sis must love that. Beelan's didn't think you would come on the show tonight, Joe.
I don't understand why. I'm not a Cincinnati guy. You guys don't listen. All I said we'll say it again. I'm going to press rewind and play. From week to week, they deserve to be where they were, and winning, going undefeated, having a big win in the beginning of the year at a ranked Indiana team from the Big Ten and beating Notre Dame bad in Notre Dame. They deserve to be there, and that's what I said every week, and made money with them.
Hold on. I got one. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I gotta
I
find
don't know.
something.
I don't understand what's the question.
Wait, I gotta find one thing because I heard you say to me that. Give me 1 second. Carson, you might have to help me on this one.
Okay.
Carson, you just said to me before. You said to me about Auburn 6-6. Then you just turned
6-7.
Okay, 6-7. Then you just turned around and just said Cincinnati with a big win at Indiana. Do you know Indiana was 2-10?
At the time, they were ranked.
Well,
when they
who
beat
ranked them? Who ranked them? They should be fired. 2-10.
It was the beginning of the year before they got all their injuries. It was the second game of the
Rutgers
season.
beat them by 35.
Kurt, it was the second game of the season. At the time, they were a ranked team.
Yeah, opening day, they got beat by 28 by Iowa.
Hold on. Cincinnati did beat one team. They beat Houston, and Houston beat Auburn.
Oh, yeah, Auburn without the.
But Auburn
9
had
guys.
4 guys out.
Oh.
Auburn had 4 guys out. That's the reason.
So wait,
why.
couple more comments.
That's the reason why, Joe. They had 4 guys out.
Wait. Beelin's coming at Sis now. He's saying.
Bo Jackson wasn't there.
He's saying Georgia 57, this time to 6. This is for Sis. Love you, Sis.
Beelin, don't ever come at me because you have no knowledge of college.
Wait, 2 more comments. 2 more comments.
2 more comments, then we got to get into NFL.
Yeah. Then Beelin's saying Clams came on the show without the hat. He was prepared for his funeral. LOL.
All right.
Beelin liked Ohio State last year too when Alabama beat them.
So the final word on college is Kurt is by himself with Georgia, and it looks like Beelin's with Georgia. And the 4 of us on the panel, Sis, myself, Carson, and Clams are going Alabama.
But Kenny, can you answer this?
As of now, you got to watch. Things could change with COVID and stuff. So as of now, I would take Alabama. But if anything else comes by, I send it to Kurt, and he puts it on the bat machine,
the bat
light up there.
Oh, I was just gonna ask Joey Clam something. Oh, I was just gonna ask you guys a question. What'd you just say, Kenny? Before that, what were you talking about?
I wanted to move on to NFL.
No. Right before, what'd you just ask Joey Clams?
I don't know what I asked Joey Clams. Wasn't it?
All right, I'll remember it.
Everybody
Auburn,
stay
Houston.
on Georgia. That's all
Auburn,
I'm saying.
Houston.
All you bet Georgia. Stay on Georgia.
Damn.
I've never been on Georgia, Sis. Never.
You've never been on Georgia. How could you make that statement?
When was I on
How
Georgia?
could you make that statement?
Last year, I had Cincinnati against Georgia. Don't tell me I'm a Georgia guy. I know they. I
didn't
Georgia.
say you were a Georgia guy. You bet against Alabama the last 3 times they played, bro.
Not against Georgia. Not against Georgia. We'll go back to the tape. I'll go back to the tape.
Oh, I know what it was. It was.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I got a question. I'll answer you, Sis, because there's 2 people I want on this panel. One with the headset, one with the dark glasses. You ready?
Right.
Sis, the national champion will come from what conference?
The SEC. He's got
every
the
year,
audacity to say
year.
Never bet against Alabama.
Wait. All right, you guys want to keep going
amazing.
on? I'll go on, and we won't do NFL. You don't want an 18 playoff. Bama was an inch away from having 2 losses, which would have knocked them out of the 14
It doesn't
playoff.
matter.
Yes.
It doesn't
But you
matter.
say
It
most
didn't
deserving.
happen.
Put them in as a
It didn't
2-team loss with 8
It
losses.
didn't happen.
Yep.
It didn't happen.
Well, Kenny, look,
didn't
think of
happen.
what you're saying. If you just said if you want to put you're saying take this scenario right now. You just said if Alabama would have lost to Auburn and they would drop to 5, you would put Cincinnati in front of Auburn. Well, and it's in front of Alabama. You just saw it live on screen. You just saw it. How could if you're doing that, you should say, I am like the politician. I resign. I will never make a pick again because you just told me Cincinnati would go over Alabama if they lost a 2-loss Alabama team. Well, they just played and it was a woodshed. So
that's why you play the game. That's how you decide.
And you all admitted if Notre Dame was there, it would have been a
You just
woodshed.
admitted everything you were just saying
What's
all
the
year.
difference?
You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. That's why you play the game.
Let's move on. Let's move on before the show is 7 o'clock and Kurt's saying we got to get off while we're trying to make.
Wait, one more comment coming from a Facebook page from Anthony Mataloni. Says, Happy New Year. Bowl week, always a special time in the year. Tough to bet against Bama, sis. Tough to bet against Saban.
Well, he's a well-coached kid, number one, and he's smart. Thank you, Anthony.
Wait, well, and one more comment. Here's Beelan. Carson, this is Beelan on some kind of drugs. 27-6 versus an AAC defense. Bama put up 47 versus an SEC defense. Give the Bearcats credit. I'm not giving them any credit.
Oh, my God.
What credit?
What is he smoking tonight? Holy shit. Unreal with these comments. Excuse my language. I mean, really. Get a clue, man. Get a clue.
I love fired up sis.
Since he was undefeated, I mean, give him props for that. They had an incredible season. The problem is the SEC is in a whole new world. That's
Thank you, Carson.
Yes, thank you, Carson.
Thank you, Carson.
Carson, only two teams.
No, I disagree.
It's only two
Georgia
teams.
and Alabama.
Thank you,
From
Carson.
day one have been the top two teams. From day one.
Well,
From day
well,
one,
time
they were
out,
the
but
top
time
two
out.
teams.
Time
Everybody
out.
else is below them. Everybody else is below
But
Georgia
wait,
and Alabama.
Kenny, we saw A&M beat them, and we saw Alabama lose, Auburn lose by 1. We saw LSU lose by 7. Why are those games so close? And the game your team got destroyed.
Because you know what it is, when you're in conference, it's
Oh.
like when you play a division game, you always, you see each other all the time. You know each other.
Let me ask a question because we're running out of time. Let me ask you all a serious question, and I'm going to start around with Carson. I'm going to go Carson, Kurt, Joey, Sis. Carson, high school level, college level, pro level. Next man up, right? Somebody gets hurt, somebody sits out, next man up. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Kurt, next man up?
I know where you're going to go with it, but of course next man up, yeah. But I know where you're going to go.
You got
Okay.
no choice.
Next man up, everybody else?
Yeah.
4 guys
Unless you're
out.
UCLA.
4 guys out does not make something when your quarterback is still there. Who you were in love with at the beginning.
Who?
You,
What quarterback?
Finley.
Are you smoking? You smoking Finley?
Houston.
I don't know what. No, I'm a Bo Nix fan. Never TJ
Beelan, you're coming on. We're gonna have a
TJ Finley.
debate with
Hey,
Kurt.
Kurt, Bo Nix, he's got the O now,
Oh,
man.
he's got the O is right. Bo
Beelan, we're gonna go back to the text where
Bo-
Kurt said
Bo Nix
Houston
was
is
Kurt's
garbage.
boy.
Houston
Bo
is
Nix.
trash.
TJ Finley. I wouldn't put TJ Finley
Yeah.
at fullback.
Well,
TJ
that's your
Finley.
quarterback in your SEC, Kurt. That's your quarterback.
No.
Okay. How about LSU getting blown out to K-State? 42-20. You want me to
Nine
Kenny, they
guys
had
that
30
won points
guys
for
on the
LSU.
Do
team.
you want me to keep going on? How many guys did Missouri have out against Army?
Oh,
Not
my
many,
God.
if any. No, don't go, oh my God. Answer. Missouri got beat by
LSU
Army.
Okay, so
had
you know
9
what?
players
Hold on,
that
Kenny.
didn't
Time
play.
out. Time out. No, I'm gonna shut
LSU,
Kenny.
you lost
I'm
to
gonna shut
UCLA
Kenny
at
up
the
right
beginning
now.
of the year.
I'm gonna shut Kenny up right now. This Sunday, when Green Bay sits their guys and the Detroit Lions beat them, Kenny, you better come on and say, "What? The Packers aren't going anywhere. Packers aren't
Nope.
going anywhere." 'Cause that's what's gonna happen.
Nope,
That's what's gonna
'cause
happen.
You can't bring the pros into it because you didn't bring the pros into it.
Oh,
with
no,
Buffalo and
because
Patriots. You
there's
can't go
no
that way.
motivation. The
Nope.
Packers don't care about this week. They want to get out healthy. These college teams don't care. LSU didn't care. They don't even have a coach. They didn't
What
have a
about
coach on the
LSU
field.
against UCLA? in the
Grab my
beginning of the
popcorn,
year?
boys.
UCLA.
UCLA beat them week 1. You all picked UCLA over LSU. All you SEC guys. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Okay, that's a bad loss. I'm not saying that, but
You all
LSU.
picked UCLA.
But why did LSU went into Alabama and lost by 7? They didn't give up 320 yards rushing, did they?
Let's do NFL because we're running out of time. No,
Yeah.
let's
Take it
get
out
back
of
to
the
this. Or you want to stick with this and we don't do NFL?
No, we can do NFL.
Don't do NFL. Let's keep arguing. I love it.
No. let's get
Beat
into
your Buffalo
NFL.
Wild Wings.
For the fans, let's get into the NFL.
For the fans, okay, whatever.
I'll go on. I'll do a special show and do this all night
I ain't
long.
going on no special show. That ain't
I'll
happening.
go on all night long, Joe. Me and
Yep.
you, we'll go all night.
Yep.
All right, NFL playoff picture. All joking aside. All right. Teams that are in. Kurt just mentioned them. The Packers, number 1 seed. The Rams clinched their 2 seed right now. The Bucks are the 3 seed. The Cowboys are a 4 seed. And then the Cardinals and Eagles also clinched playoff spots 5 and 6. Got 2 spots open, 49ers and Saints. So I'm going to go to those games first that are being played. The 49ers are traveling to those LA Rams. And the Rams are a 4-point favorite. Side note, the Packers have clinched the number 1 seed, but the Cardinals are still fighting for NFC West. So let's start with Carson. Matthew Stafford and the Rams, 4-point favorite at home against the Niners.
Give me 49ers in the points. I think this is a big game for both these teams. The Rams want to win the division, and the 49ers are fighting for a playoff spot. Garoppolo's questionable for the 49ers. If he plays, I would go 49ers in the points here.
Let's go, Sis.
Carson nailed it. The Rams haven't beaten the 49ers in the last 4 games. I'll go with the 49ers.
Kurt.
I'm going to take the Rams. Rams are home, right?
Yeah.
I'll take the Rams.
I'm with you, Kurt. I'm going to take the Rams. I think I still think the 49ers are going to get in because of the next game. I'm going to take the Rams at home by at least a touchdown here. I don't like Trey Lance. Garoppolo looks like he's still banged up over there. So I'm going to go with the Rams in the experience. Von Miller's looking really good.
He's got a thumb injury. What a shame. Guys play with broken legs. He's got a thumb injury. Give me a break.
Well, he's got to throw the ball.
It doesn't matter.
No, he's got to hand it off because that's all they do.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Little thumb injury? Come on, man. You kidding me?
They're not built like they used to be. Sis.
No, definitely not, Kenny. You nailed that.
Yeah. And Clams, you finished this game off.
I mean, I sent it to Carter Monday morning when the line was 6. We took 49ers plus the 6. And like what Sis was saying, Jimmy's got a bad thumb. He's saying he's still in pain while he was throwing it this morning. So who knows what the quarterback situation is there. But I'm going to go with the 49ers. The coach, he's undefeated against the Rams coach. And the last time they played, they had a good game plan against him. So I'm going to take the 49ers. Even, I don't trust Stafford now. The way I've been watching him, he's a turnover machine. All he does is he throws the ball up for grabs every time he throws the ball. So I'll give me the 49ers.
Okay. The next playoff bubble team I have, guys, is the New Orleans Saints. They are traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to start this one with Kurt. The Saints are a 3.5-point favorite on the road. And by the way, the Saints are the 8th seed right now. The 49ers are the 7th seed.
Beelin's saying Matt Statford, S-T-A-T, Statford. I'm going to take Atlanta. I don't believe in the Saints. I'm going to take Atlanta.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you. I think the 49ers, both of these teams are going to get in with. Both of these teams are going to lose, 49ers and Falcons, but the 49ers are still going to get in because they have the 7th seed.
Beelin's taking the Saints with the point, giving the points.
Giving the points. I'm going to take the Falcons with the points here. I think Matt Ryan goes out on a bang this year, and I think they're going to win this game at home. I'm going to go to Joey Clams next.
I don't got any. I ain't going to have any play on this game, but I would take the home dog plus the points. Give me the Falcons.
Okay, I'm going to go to Sis, and then we're going to round this one off with Carson.
If Beelin's taking the Saints, go out and take out a $10,000 loan and bet Atlanta Falcons. He has no clue how to pick teams. None. Zero.
I can see him laughing right now,
Yeah. And Carson, round this one up.
Falcons in the points in this one.
Got a boy, Carson.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move to the AFC, and then if we have time, I'll do a couple more of the bigger games. AFC picture is a little more tight. We got the Titans sitting in the number 1 seed right now. The Chiefs, number 2. Surprising Bengals. Congratulations to them. They're the 3 seed right now. Okay. Buffalo Bills, 4 seed, and the Patriots, the 5 seed. Side note, Bills and Patriots, that division is still up for grabs. Colts, Chargers are in right now at 6 and 7. Raiders, Steelers, and Ravens on the outside looking in. They need some help. First game I want to go to is the Sunday night game. Chargers and the Raiders. Raiders are on the bubble. The Chargers are in. That game is in Las Vegas. Joey Clams, the Chargers are a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, this is my best bet of the week is the Chargers. Minus the 3. I laid 2.5, but you can lay 3 with the Chargers. Oakland's been up and down. They ran into a cold team last week that they shoot themselves in the foot every other week. So I'm going to take a shot with the Chargers, and I think that's the best bet of the week. There's not too many games out there, but that game is the best bet. Go with the Chargers.
Yep,
Okay.
Beelan's saying Chargers too.
All right, Kurt, I'll go to you next then.
Yeah, I'm with Joey
Sure.
Clams. I think the Chargers are the better team, and I'll take the Chargers too.
Okay, and Carson.
Yeah, I'm with you. Chargers, Herbert, and Eckler. I think they're gonna have big games, and they're gonna showcase last game of the year.
Sis.
Yeah, it's a clean sweep.
Yeah,
It's a
I'll,
no-brainer. Yeah.
me too. Make it an official clean sweep. I'm going to take the Chargers. Herbert's going to show why he's going to make noise in this playoff as a sleeper team. That's my little bold
Kenny,
prediction.
can I just ask Joey Clams one question on what you're asking him real quick?
Yeah.
All right, Joey. I know we talked about bowl games before, right? When you're like, you got to be careful who's opting, who opting out. But this week is very tricky for the NFL, right? Like, as a bettor, as to bet these games, who's playing, Cowboys, Dak's going to play. He may take 2 snaps, go sit down. Rodgers is playing, same thing. So this week's hard, right, to really handicap these games, Joe?
Very hard. Very hard. Even the teams that need the games, there's a lot of guys getting sick with the cold.
And ridiculous
So,
spreads like Buffalo 16, like all these big spread games that
Yeah,
to win.
that's it. I only have one game. I had the Chargers and the 49ers. And now 49ers, you don't know what's going on because of with the quarterback situation.
Right.
But I took the 6 with them. Yeah, you can't. I wouldn't run up to the window and put anything on anything. If you're gonna do it, wait till 11:30. Wait till you hear the reports on the injury reports. You don't know who's gonna play. Nobody's gonna tip their cards. Oh, he's gonna play a quarter. He's gonna play a half.
Right, exactly.
You better. You know what? Why put yourself through that torture on a Sunday, and go through that? Say, oh, why did I do that?
Yeah.
The game that means something is the late game on Sunday night because whoever wins is in. So,
Joey Clams, we
know,
got a comment from a Mike Rago saying, "Hey, Clams, how's Tootie?"
Tootie's good. He's very good.
I got one more AFC game I want to get into, and these two teams need a lot of help, but I've seen crazier things happen. These two teams need the Colts to lose to the Jaguars, which they did in week 1. So the game I want to mention is the Steelers are traveling to Baltimore. Big Ben's last game. Looks like it's going to be his last game before he retires, most likely. And Steelers are traveling to Baltimore, struggling Baltimore team. I'll start with Sis. Ravens are a 5.5-point favorite, Sis.
Lay the points. Ravens all day. Big Ben's done.
I'll go to Carson.
There goes Steelers and the points here with this one.
Kurt.
What's Lamar's status?
He's out for the year.
He's done?
Yeah, I told you that a couple of weeks ago. That wasn't a low ankle sprain. That was a high one. I told you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Carson. I'll take the points. The Steelers going to play for more. I'll take the points.
I'll go with you guys. I'll take the Steelers. I think Ravens are struggling. I'll take Ben. One last hurrah. I'll take Big Ben. And Joey Clams, round it up.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. You're always supposed to take the 5, but Harbaugh, he wants to win every game. He doesn't want to. He's going to go out there and try to win this game, rally his team around because they've been playing pretty tough. They've been in a lot of games down to the wires. I'll take the Ravens.
Okay, and then guys, we got about 4 or 5 minutes before I want to do closing thoughts. So I'm going to pick one of you guys to pick this game. And even if we disagree with that person's pick, let's just keep it to ourselves. These games have some playoff seedings. I'll start with the Titans-Texans. Titans are the number 1 seed. Titans, I'll go to Joey Clams. Back to him. Titans are a 10-point favorite against Houston. Joe, who are you going to take in this one if you had to pick somebody?
You know what? I'm gonna take the Texans plus the 10.5 points. I'm just gonna go pro team double digit dog. Just take the points. I don't recommend going up to the window with this game.
I'll go to Kurt on this game. His Broncos. Chiefs are 11.5-point favorite in Denver. Kurt. Chiefs are the 2 seed right now.
Denver is going to get absolutely destroyed this week, which ends the Fangio era, maybe Sunday morning or Monday, no later than that. Kansas City's going to win by 3 touchdowns easily against this team.
Okay.
Denver's got 3. Denver's got Surtain, Darby, and another. They got 3 of their top 4 cornerbacks are out.
I'll go to Sis on this game. Patriots, Dolphins, Sis. Patriots traveling.
Fangio and Teddy will be back for Kirk.
No way.
I got the Patriots and Dolphins. Patriots and Dolphins for you. Patriots are still fighting for the AFC division.
Won't even be close. The Patriots.
And they're 6.5-point favorites, so later points.
I don't care if it's 10.
I'm gonna give Carson one last shot this year of picking his Detroit Lions. The Lions are rounding their season off at home against the Aaron Rodgers, most likely less led Packers. Packers are still a 3.5-point favorite. Carson, what are you going with here?
Last game of the year. It's at home. Maybe moving the right direction. Give me Lions outright.
That a boy, Carson.
I'm going to give Joey Clams this one. Buffalo Bills are still fighting for, they got to win to get that AFC. If they win and the Patriots win, Bills win the division. Bills lose, Patriots win, they're out. So game means something. They're a 16.5-point favorite against the Jets, who almost beat Tom Brady last week. Clams, where are you going?
Yeah, almost don't count. Only in horseshoes and the other thing, road apple thing.
Shuffleboard.
No, I'm good at shuffleboard. You know what? I'll take the Jets. They're gonna fight for their coach. They're gonna try to play hard. Maybe Buffalo wins. Maybe there's a backdoor cover. I'll take the points. Again, these games, terrible. I
got one more for Kurt. Seahawks and Cardinals. Cardinals are a 6.5-point favorite. They are still playing for something because if they can win and the Rams lose, certain things happen. They are NFC West champs, Kurt. I got the Cardinals 6.5-point favorite.
They're home, right?
Cardinals are home.
Yeah, I'll take them. I mean, Dallas, after that debacle last week by Dak and Dallas, they'll be one and done. I'm going to go Arizona.
And I'll give Sis one last game. NFC matchup, Sis. Those Dak Prescott-led Cowboys are traveling to the congratulations to the Eagles. As much as I dislike the Eagles, congratulations. Our guy Devontae Smith making the playoffs. But the Eagles are home and getting 4.5 from the Cowboys, Sis.
To me, the Eagles at home getting points, that is a total lock. Dallas will make the playoffs. They'll be one and done.
I agree. And so that's pretty much you got the Bengals Browns. Anybody want to, Carson, take this one? Bengals Browns. Browns are a 6-point favorite. Congratulations to the Bengals. They won the division. It looks like they're going to sit some players out. They're in Cleveland.
No Joey Burrows. Keep that in mind.
Yes, right.
He's out.
Give me Bengals in the points here. I think they end on a statement. I know they just clinched the division, but I think they still keep some pride and win this game.
And all right, we got 4 minutes left, Kurt, and I want to get into final thoughts. Quick hitter question for you, and then we'll do final thoughts. Quick hitter for the panel. Kurt, Jamar Chase. Does he have a case for Rookie of the Year?
He's got a case, yeah. I think Parsons should be the Rookie of the Year.
Okay. Sis, Jamar Chase, shot at Rookie of the Year?
I think he should be rookie, not shot. He should be the Rookie of the Year. Tremendous play.
I agree with you because without Jamar Chase, that team is not where they
You're
are.
100% right.
Carson.
I still think Mac Jones is going to get my vote. I know Jamar Chase had an unbelievable year, but what Mac Jones did in his first year with the Patriots, taking a shot on him, changing that team around, making the playoffs, I think Mac Jones is the guy.
Beelin's going Chase.
How about it, Clams? Is he a good bet for those people that bet for Rookie of the Year? Is Jamar Chase a good bet right now?
He's up there. He made a tremendous. He was getting. He was an underdog for Rookie of the Year. Now you got to lay money with him, but I think they're going to give it to the quarterback. And here's one thing with Cincinnati. You got to protect the quarterback because if not, you won't. Who's going to be throwing the ball to Chase? You're going to have another Andrew Luck on your hands if you don't fix that line. Your quarterback couldn't even finish the game last week. And what happened to field goals? Don't count anymore. Nobody wants to go for field goals.
Right now, Kenny on FanDuel, Chase is minus 250, the favorite, and Mac Jones is plus 200. Those are the only two people that are even on the board.
Okay. I don't like that in the favorite. So you might want to throw Mac Jones in there if he has a big game tomorrow. We'll see. It might be worth betting Mac Jones. Want to do closing thoughts, Kurt?
Sure. You can go around the panel.
All right. I'll go to, we'll give Carson the first word tonight.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Of course, great show. Great first show with you guys, 2022. Looking forward to many more. And, enjoy the games this week. Be safe, be healthy, and God bless everybody.
And Carson, where can we find you? You got a special night tonight. You're streaming tonight.
Yeah, usually I do live streams Monday, Wednesday, Saturday on my Twitch account. Just search up Twitch, Ticket Time YT. We also do highlight videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you guys like casino content, it's roulette, craps, blackjack, slots, the whole 9 yards. Tonight we're doing a special at 8:30. We're going to be opening 50 slot machine bonuses. So it should be fun. Come out and hang out and watch us win, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll be checking that out. And going to put you on the spot real quick, Carson, giving you some homework. I told you we need a little ad so we can have our audience for our website and whatever. Joey Clams can know where to go by just clicking the link.
Yeah.
So we'll get your official stuff and a little commercial for Carson.
What's the house get? What's the house odds?
Yeah, it's each game is different. It depends on what game you play. But usually it's 95% RTP to the player.
How about it, Clams? How about your final thoughts?
I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and their coach McCarthy. You're starting to see the stench that his coaching ability is starting to come out. It was covered by the deodorant called Aaron Rodgers all those years in Green Bay, and that finally came out. His clock management, not calling timeouts, and his lack of practice shows up on the field. Quarterback runs the ball like a loaf of bread. They don't practice. McCarthy don't practice. He's busy getting massages because he's got a bad back. That happened in Green Bay, and it's showing up now. I know they got hosed on a couple of the penalties, but you can see there's a lack of practice, lack of concentration of fundamentals going on with the Cowboys. So you Cowboy fans out there, that coach is never going to win you a championship or get you there.
I'll go next. I agree with that, Clams. He's always had the assistant coaches, and Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn are hot names of the offseason for head coaching spots. So he's always had the supporting cast, coaching-wise, in my opinion. But my final thoughts, again, Happy New Year to you all. This week, rest this week because next week we got college football championship, and then next weekend, the wild card starts. So relax this weekend, and then next week is when it all starts to unwind.
And there's a wild card game on the Monday night.
Yes.
Yes, good point. Forgot about that.
Yes.
Good point. Kurt, going to go to you next.
You agree with the Cowboys, right, Kurt?
What happened?
You agree me with the Cowboys.
Oh, 100%, Joe, 100%. From the coach, the quarterback, I don't trust the quarterback. Unless they're going to run it 40 times, I don't know. I don't trust those guys
They can't even run the ball.
They can't even run the ball. And then Dak's going to be turning it over left and right. They'll be one and done. So I totally 100% agree with you.
Lack of practice. That's lack of practice. Lack of preparation.
Getting back, and what you're saying, Kenny, too, is, hey, you know what? I'm pumped up. Listen, excited for Sis. He gets to see Bama. But I know it's boring. I know people are going to say we got to see it again. But it's the two best college teams in football. So hopefully it's a good game. And I'm just looking forward to Sunday morning or Monday morning when I see Adam Schefter's tweet. The Denver Broncos have told Vic Fangio that he will not be back next year. The quest begins for the Broncos' new head coach. So
How many coaches are going down?
For Denver or for everybody?
No, for everybody. You think it's 7?
I think 6 to 7.
Raiders, Denver, Chicago.
Vikings, Giants.
Yeah. No, Judge is coming back.
No.
He's coming back.
Sis and I
Hey,
ain't
Kurt,
watching any
Kurt,
Giants
you don't
games.
think the Raider coach they'll keep him?
I
With all
know.
that happened this year, he did a pretty decent job.
You know what though, Joe? I'm hearing a lot of Raiders hardball. So
Yeah, he's a great coach.
He's a great
in
coach.
the NFL.
Mr. Siciliano, you have the honor of having the final word tonight.
Well, again, first of all, Happy New Year to everybody. Don't be texting me during the game because I will not answer your texts. And after Alabama beats Georgia, there'll be another saga of, oh, how did they do it? And whatever the case may be. I know a lot of people hate Bama and they're tired of seeing Bama, but guess what? Roll Tide, baby. That's my closing
Official
thought.
last word. Roll Tide. Good luck to you, sis.
here's a question, Carson. Ready offhand? Do you know it? Who's the last team to three-peat for college football in college football? Joey, do you know?
I think I got a guess. Am I throwing a guess out right now? I got one
Yeah,
guess.
I'm asking. I don't know who it is.
Oh, you don't know? I would say Nebraska
Yeah.
What, in the 70s?
with Tom Osborne in the
I
early-
think Miami stumped them for them to get there to that one. Remember Bernie Kosar? They beat them. I'm not sure, but double check. I remember they were going for it, right, sis? Nebraska
think
was
you're
going
right.
for it.
Yeah,
I don't know
Joey,
if
I
it was
think you're right.
3 in a row is tough.
I think you're right. But that's a great question. That's a
Because
great
you know what
question.
it was back then? It was a coach's poll, AP poll.
Well,
Wow, you
Right.
ready for this? This is, I don't know. They're saying Alabama. I guess this was a couple years ago. Could be the first team to three-peat since 1936.
Wow.
10
On up.
teams failed. 10 teams won back-to-back and failed.
Wow. That's crazy.
all right,
Wow.
boys. Let's wrap it up, Kurt. You all have a good night, and we will
Kenny
catch
must
you.
have a girl on his side or something. He's ready to get off the show.
Got a meeting.
Yeah, I just thought about it. I guess no one's done it since that long. That's a long time. But that's it, boys. Enjoy the game. Hopefully, Carson, you get a win. Hopefully, we do not get a win, and we move up in the draft, and we say bye-bye to Fangio, and the Aaron Rodgers chase begins. So, all right,
The
boys.
old
Good night.
man had too much wine.
All right, boys.